Hi everyone, my name is Kalpit Veerwal. I'm currently a computer science student at IIT Bombay and I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm the founder and CEO of a company called AcadBoost Technologies Private Limited, where we provide educational services including academic education to students of class 9 to 12 and skill-based learning to students of college and even college graduates. Alright, Skill Boost is a part of which. So if you're new to this channel, do consider subscribing. We provide you with knowledge of a lot of skills which can help you make a better career and make more money for yourself and provide more value to everyone. Alright, so I've already made a series on blogging, so you can check it out where you can learn how to make side money or passive money using those side hustles. And today we are going to talk about more concrete stuff. We're going to talk about startups, how to start your own company. Alright, so this is a much more serious topic. This is something which can make you much more money than what you could have made in let's say a side hustle. This can also make you a lot more this will allow you to make a lot more impact than what you can make as a blogger or YouTuber or whatever. Alright, but at the same time it also involves a lot of risk. It also involves a lot of commitment, because if, for example, in side hustles you need to usually give only 10 hours per week or something like that, but this is a full-time job. Alright, so let us try to understand what this is all about. If you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing. We will make more of such content. So we'll talk about 4 things: why, who, when and how. Why you should start up, why you should start your own company, who should start up, and who should not, when should you start up, like what's the appropriate time to do that, and fourth, how you should start up, what's the process. So let's talk about the first point, why you should start up. So I've written a very extensive answer on Quora about the bad part and the good part of being an entrepreneur, and I think you should read that if you want some motivation. So you can check it out in the description. I will try to link it. But the upsides of this is that, first of all, it leads to a lot of independence. And when I say independence, it does not mean that you will get a lot of time to watch movies or Netflix and stuff like that. No, you will be busy most of the time, but it will be something you're busy for yourself. All right. So your company or your business is like a child. You want to give it as much time as you can. All right. So the point is that you will not be really independent or free, but at the same time you will enjoy what you're doing because it's your own thing. All right. That's what I mean by independence. Second thing is that, of course, there's a lot of money making potential in business, because in a job or even in side hustles, you can only make a limited amount of money. You cannot be filthy rich or whatever. You want to be like that. All right. And let's not go into the rich versus poor debate that whether we should be money minded or not. I'm not trying to go into that, but what I believe is that more money leads to a good life. All right, provided you balance other things as well. So this is good. Like if you run a company, if you run a business, then you will make more money, which will create more impact to the society as well. So this is another reason why you should start up, that you are able to impact the lives of others. As an employee, you are probably not able to affect as many people directly, but as an entrepreneur, you can affect lots of people. So for example, in my company, we currently are educating 20,000 students. Now I think it's a very huge number. Like 20,000 students is huge. Like 20,000 people are deriving some kind of value from our platform. So I think that's pretty good. All right. And of course, the money part is there, but more important to me is the kind of impact which I can make. All right. So this is the why you should start up. So this is personally my view. And there are a lot of reasons why you should start up. So this is one of them. Now let's talk about who should start up. And let me tell you, a startup is not everyone's cup of tea. All right. It involves a lot of ups and downs. It involves a lot of work. It involves a very good work ethic, and it also involves a lot of coordination and team management skills. All right. Plus, it leads to a development and a growth that is different from what you'll experience anywhere else. All right. It will be 10x growth of what you can have in any kind of job, and more importantly, you will also have to put in a lot of effort from your end, which you will not be putting in anywhere else. So clearly, this is not something which everyone can do. So what I recommend to you is that if you are someone who is very happy with their life, like they are not very passionate about creating impact or money, and I think here the money part is more important, because the impact and money are mostly they are directly related. All right. So if you're someone who is not really motivated by these things, and if you are someone who is okay, like you're not very ambitious, you're not someone who wants to become the next Elon Musk or the next Bill Gates, and I'm not talking of childish fantasies right now. I'm talking of real adults who really want to become like that. All right. So I mean, every 17 or 16-year-old would want to become like them, but once you mature, then your views might change. You might not be so ambitious. You might want to just party, and you might just want to relax, right? So if you're into that kind of a thing, then this is not for you at all. Just get a good job, become good at a skill, get a good job, you will earn good money and you'll have a good life. Being an entrepreneur takes a lot of toll on your personal life. You will not be able to give a lot of time to your family and even to yourself. and most of your time will go into working for your company. So if you're someone who respects their personal time a lot, then you might want to reconsider your decisions. All right, it's not that you will not get any time, but it will definitely take a hit. All right, but if you're someone who's very ambitious, who's really passionate about money and impact and creating big companies and all that stuff, if you're very ambitious about that, if you are willing to work 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day for long stretches, and you are willing to put that amount of work, and please ask yourself this very honestly. It's very easy to think that, oh, I can become Elon Musk, I can work 80 hours a week, 100 hours a week. It doesn't happen in 99% cases. All right, and another thing which you should definitely take in account is your risk taking capability. It's not only dependent on, it's dependent on environment. So for example, if you're from a family which doesn't really have any kind of financial support, or if you don't have something to fall back on, then you might want to first do some side hustles or generate some kind of a cash flow stream, which makes sure that if you fail, then you have something to rest upon, right? Maybe get a job, maybe get some savings, maybe start a blog or whatever side hustle, and then start a startup. All right, that's exactly what I did too, to be honest. But my blog and my YouTube channel evolved into a startup or a company. So that was a very different thing, but you should try to make sure you have something like that. If you are from a very rich family, or if you have something to fall back on, or if you are very skillful, or you're let's say a Google engineer or whatever, and people would hire you even if you fail, then it's good. Then you should definitely go for one. And let me tell you very honestly that the risk thing is definitely overstated. Like, not taking a risk is the biggest risk according to me. I think this is a quote by Mark Zuckerberg, that you have got limited amount of time on this planet, and if you are wasting the time living someone else's life, then I'm not sure. I think that is the biggest risk. So if you are really into this, then I would say that follow your heart, as long as you have something to fall back on and you don't really regret your decisions. All right, if you're the kind who will regret their decision, then please don't go for it. So I think I made it pretty clear who should and who shouldn't. Now let's talk about the when you should start up. All right, some people would ask, should I start up in my school, should I start up in my college, should I start up after my graduation, should I do 2 or 3 years of job? Let me tell you, the best time to start up is right now. Whatever moment you're watching this video, the best time is right now, because after that you'll be a bit late. Experience and degrees are all overrated. I'm not graduated yet, I'm still studying in school. I'm 21 years old, I turned 21 recently, and I started my work informally at the age of 18, and the formal thing was, you can say it was 19 years old or something like that. So the point is that I'm running a bootstrap startup. We are making quite a bit of revenue, and we are completely inexperienced. No one in the team is graduated yet. All right, so I've got some people who are working, some co-workers and all as well. So none of them have graduated yet. So the point is, some of them are even in high school. So the point is that age, experience, mentorship, all of these things are overrated. You can start up anytime, but I would still suggest that if you are, let's say, in school or something like that, and if you don't have a family support in India, then you might want to reconsider and maybe wait for a few years or do something on the side. All right. So again, this is a bit disputed, because I know some people who are in high school who are making a lot of money, the kind of money that even IIT and IIM graduates won't make, or even some established entrepreneurs won't make. That kind of money is being made by even 15, 16, 17 years olds. So again, this depends entirely on you, how much risk taking capability you have. But the best moment to start up is right now, if you can take the risk, if you are willing to take that step. All right, let's talk about the how. So the how part will form the remainder of the series, but I will tell you mostly about the ideation, how you can think about the idea which you want to pursue, how to think of good ideas, with what kind of books, how to learn, or how to gain knowledge about business. That is what I will teach you next. Then I will also tell you about marketing, about how to sell your product, because that is something to be done before establishing your product line. All right, then I'll be telling you about how to think about product. All right, I'll be telling you about how you can build a product according to your idea, and how you have to change it depending on how the market responds. I will talk about pricing, I will talk about sales, I will talk about a lot of other things which are usually missed, because I don't see any Indian YouTube channel, or even in foreign there are a few, but again, I think those are advices given by some people who are very, very high profile people, like let's say people like Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. But I think that India is a very different country from them, and you might want to take advice from someone who is quite contemporary to you. For example, I'm just a college student right now like you, but I've been lucky enough to start a company which is doing fine right now. All right, so I can give you some contemporary advice based on how you can start up in college, or just after graduation, or during school and stuff like that, right? So that is something which was lacking. So I've decided to make videos on this topic. So I really hope you will like it. I think this series will run for at least 8-10 videos, and it will have at least 1 to 2 hours of content. So stay tuned, do subscribe, do press the notification bell icon, and do like the video, because if you like, then similar videos to this are recommended to you even if they are not from this channel. So thanks a lot for watching this video. Check out the link in the description for a lot of stuff. You can follow me on Instagram, you can DM me your queries there, you can tweet out to me. I post a lot of entrepreneurship related stuff and some crazy stuff as well on Twitter. So check me out over there, and other links are given in the description as well. So I'll just summarize what I said. I talked about why. The why is that you can make a lot of impact, you can make a lot of money, and you will be independent in the sense that you'll be working for yourself. Who? All right. So those people who have got good risk-taking capability, internal as well as external. Those people who are not satisfied with their life, those who want to be, those who are very ambitious and want to achieve great things in life, this is for them. This is not for someone who just wants to get rich quick or something like that. That is not going to happen. You have to put in the work. All right. So you have to be willing to work hard. When? Right now is the best time if you can take the risk. If not, then try to make sure that the time of launch becomes as early as possible, right? Try to make sure that you establish some kind of a backup if you want to call it. Do it as soon as possible, all right? And start as soon as possible. Right now is the best. The next best possible case is as soon as possible, all right? How? The rest of the series will be about that only. So stay subscribed, like the video, and let me know in the comments what do you want next. Thanks a lot for watching.